Hey all brothers and sisters, my name is Captain Meatshield and welcome back to Satisfactory. Things here at the Crystal Dome are in full swing. I got the oil reconnected over Nova Labs and I have just upgraded the miners here to Mark III. So this system is now in full swing, it's at maximum capacity and my god look at the power. Bear in mind, pretty much everything else is not doing anything. The only systems that are currently active are Nova Labs, this place, and, like, Oil 2. So, you know, one thing I hadn't considered with the power draw from this place is that it's going to chuck all of the refineries over Oil 2 into action, which means, you know, more resources, or more of a drain on the power. Why did I put this power line here? I don't know, maybe I was intending to connect you there. Not that it needs to, but, you know, it makes the place look slightly more organised, I guess. But yeah, I mean, look at this. This is just fucking fantastic. Really happy with this at the moment. I want to top up my stack of these actually. Just want to get a nice full stack of 100 so that I've got them to hand should I need them. The miners here haven't even like got 3 power shards in. They only needed 2 each to fully saturate a belt. Even that's too much for it. But nope, I'm really liking this. It's going to be great to just leave this thing to do its job and slowly fill up this train station, and then it can just kind of sit and chill and take a little bit of weight off the power supply. But I'm not entirely sure on where I want to go from here. I was thinking of scouting out a location for making a heavy modular frame outpost. Part of the problem with that is that the regular modular frame production needs a serious overhaul, and it also needs to be connected to the rails and all this other stuff and blah blah blah, yada yada yada. But I don't particularly want to get myself too stuck into a new massive build just yet, because update 3 is on the horizon. I know I keep going on about it, but it's gonna either kill this series completely, or it's just going to require a massive overhaul of everything. I know there are so many things that are going to need to be fixed. The power is just the start of it, because coal generators, fuel generators, all power generators essentially are going to need water intakes. So the coal power plant that we've got is going to be pretty redundant, because it's nowhere near a water source. So that's gonna be a problem right out the gate. So where we go from here, I honestly couldn't fucking tell you. I mean, this may just be an episode of me mooching around looking for some random things to do. I mean, you know, we've still got some milestones to... I could chuck crystal oscillators in there. I need compacted coal for that. What do I need for the rest of these? I think all of these are relatively achievable now. It's just ridiculous. I do still need to sort out, like, turbo motor production and all that sort of stuff. And then there's nuclear power. Again, a thing I'm not really going to be getting to anytime soon. Alright, let's chuck these in here. Send this off. We could go for the black powder one as well, because I think I've got some compacted coal somewhere. That's all SAM. Where's my compacted coal? I know I've got some. That's the stuff. We'll just try and unlock the last of these alternate recipes, I suppose. It gives us something to do. We can wander around, look at the place, and admire what we've done. We need to go and grab some plastic and quartz crystal. Let me make a note of what stuff I need, actually, so it saves me doing tons of different trips. Okay, I've got a small shopping list. It's nothing much. So, where to? Go back over to the Crystal Dome. Grab the quartz crystal we need. Then we need to take a trip down to Nova Labs, and then I need to craft some heat sinks. Not going to be too difficult. What I may do with this episode, once we've got these milestone alternate recipe things sorted out, I keep forgetting there's a cave down there I haven't been in. I want to go and look in it. I'm going to do that when I get back. Sidetracked, sorry. Yeah, with like sorting out potential plans for the future, I think I would like to like maybe scout out some locations for potential outposts, and we can also look at, you know, the alternate recipes that we've got. We can figure out how we're going to go about setting up these new outposts, what stuff is going to be needed, whether we're going to base, you know, like how we're going to like ratio out the production, I suppose, you know. Again, I know that's another thing that's going to be changing with Update 3, is some of the ratios for recipes have changed. So it's going to make, you know, doing, you know, it's going to mean that, you know, there's likely changes that will need to be made to certain outposts. Finding some quartz crystal might be a little bit difficult. Actually, if I take from the ones at the back, they will be a little more full. Like you, for example. I only need 100, thanks. But as it stands, I don't know how bad... Aside from, you know, the complete fucking mess that the powers is going to be in, I don't know how much of a mess everything else is going to be. I'll go to the rubber station, because that's what I need to pick up. And it's going to be interesting to see what changes are going to be needed to make. And it's going to be interesting to see what changes I will need to make to different outposts based on, you know, ratio changes and recipe changes and all that sort of stuff. In some ways it could make things easier, in others it could make things way harder, way more difficult. Most of the stuff I've been seeing online has been with regards to, you know, fluids and pipes and you know, changes to how the power setups need to happen. So that's going to be the big thing to deal with first. Is just we need to get things back online. But I don't know. I would like to say I'm hopeful that things will, you know, be a nice smooth transition going forward, but I don't know if we're going to get that lucky. And I do think that, you know, I'm just kind of sitting here and making videos on this now, just waiting for it to all break. Just kind of padding out for time. Getting a full stack of plastic might be a bit difficult. No, it won't. Yoink. Things look like they're still going well over here. I just can't believe the fucking power drain. 8,000 megawatts? It's fucking ridiculous. And I keep catching myself in editing saying, like, the wrong measurements on, or the wrong numbers and everything for my power drain, and oh, it's such a mess. Right, come on, switch to iron plate, there we go. Let's get back to the hub. Ooh, oh, we're clipping. Are we overtaking? Yeah, that's the big question. I think we are. Alright, bye-bye. Nice to merge with you. Have a nice day. Bye. Alternate computer recipe, done. Now we can go for the Caterium computer. Even more fancy. More wire, quick wire. Cool. Done. And then... oh yeah, I need to make heat sinks. Oh, hang on. How many do I need? I need 50, don't I? I have a feeling I've left more of my aluminium over in, over by Nova Labs. Ah, but it's rubber that I'm low on. Fuck's sake. Oh. Okay, how much do I need? I need to make 34 heat sinks. Yeah, I need a little bit more aluminium. And then I need 340 plus the 50 I need for the actual milestone. So I need 390 rubber. Okay, I'm going to take a quick trip back. And then we'll do the last of this bit. This is the last milestone that I think I'm going to be able to achieve. Because fuck doing the other one. That's going to take me ages. I don't know why I kept that extra 50 rubber. I don't need it. I don't know where I got that measurement from, but okay, here we go. Oh! Done! So the only alternate recipe we've got left to go for now is the turbo motors. And that involves 50 radio control units. And at the moment, fuck making those. What's the alternate for them? Heat sinks, supercomputers, and quartz crystal. Ooh, that's expensive. Let's have a look at some production structures. And we'll... I need some space. Let's get out here. We've got some room to breathe. Right, plonk you down there, you big fuck. Oh, I haven't got materials for making an assembler? Really? For crying out loud. Right, I'll slap a constructor down. Let me find some rotors and modular frames. Please tell me I've got some rotors. Yes, good. Modular frames. I want to thieve them from somewhere. Of course, that's empty. Right, there we go. Now we can start planning some stuff. So, let's have a look at alternates for a heavy modular frame. Because, yeah, if we want to make Scruton obsolete and get rid of screws from this factory completely, going with alternate recipes is going to be the best option. So, heavy modular frames. Stony regular modular frames, encased industrial beams, steel pipes, and concrete. What's needed the most would be steel pipes. So, if we take that, and we go, say, 4 belts, Mark V coming out of a train station, we'll use that as the base to figure out how much we're actually going to be able to make and what we need to do. So I need some paper. Letter from the bank, you'll do. Come here. Okay, we're already off to an interesting start. Because 4 Mark V belts, maxing out on steel pipes, we want 3,120 steel pipes a minute. That's enough to support about 92.5 manufacturers. So if we call that 92, how many modular frames is that going to work out at? About 258, which ain't bad. But that's an outpost that's over twice the size of Crystal Dome. And we've seen the power drain on that already, haven't we? Fuck. I mean, I suppose it all does come down to how fast we can provide everything else. Because concrete is already being used elsewhere for certain items, and encased industrial beams is going to be sharing the concrete supply, so it depends on how stretched thin that ends up being. But okay, that's something to keep in mind. I mean, how much would I need if I wanted to produce just a Mark II belt? I'd need roughly the same as Crystal Dome, so about 43 assemblers, or 43 manufacturers will be able to manage that. And that could be something to try and achieve. So if we make that 44 manufacturers, then everything else should be relatively achievable. It's modular frames. We've already got somewhere producing those. And if I were to shut down the miners, we could start transporting stuff from Iron Plate 1 and the Reinforced Plate outpost, and we can start trying to run down the screws that we've got. We can just let things run down on standard recipes so that we can get rid of those. Okay, that's not a terrible way of doing things. I'll have to sit down and properly plot that out. Because, right, what else have we got? We've got the alternate modular frame. Just the standard one. So instead of using rods, we'd be using steel pipes. So does that mean that Rotterdam could end up being obsolete as well? Because a lot of the alternate recipes switch out things like rods to steel pipes. I mean, are rods going to have like a use, a purpose anymore? Short of constructing odd little bits here and there. Because I definitely want to switch over the one of the reinforced plate recipes. I think it's the stitched one, because it gets rid of screws entirely, and we can switch over to using wire. Yeah, I don't know. Things are in a weird place where I don't quite know what I want to try and do right now. I also need to tear all of this down. There's just so much like redundant stuff, because all of this copper stuff has been shut down for ages. The copper stuff over by Steelport has been shut down for ages, and it's still standing. Whoa, okay, Jesus. Calm your tits. I don't know where this was going. Oh no, I used that to launch myself. That's why it was there. I don't know. I feel like I'm just kind of ambling about, not really doing anything at the moment. And this is the thing, I don't want to get too stuck into another huge project just because I know it's only going to be a matter of weeks before things break, and I'm not going to be able to finish something like that in that space of time. So, I don't know. I don't know what I want to do. What I'm going to do, I'm going to dump a load of stuff and take my fuel, maybe my blade runners. I think what I may do will be just to clear out some of these old structures. Because... okay, I didn't want to go scanning for fucking iron, thank you. That was a dumb thing to do. But yeah, I'm gonna just strip all this down, get it all out of here. It serves no purpose any longer, other than just looking nice. But, you know, I need things that are going to be actually functional. It's a shame, though. This was a fun thing to build. But I'm sure we'll be able to repurpose everything here and do something new. I do need to start setting up little copper mining stations. Oh, I forgot how much stuff went into this. Right, that's a clean slate, apart from the floating boxes full of stuff. And I can take all this back. This is from when I was upgrading belts, I think. Yeah, it's all steel. Right, there we go. That's cleared it all out. So it's looking nice and fresh. Nice little new platform for us to work on. I think this hole can go. I don't think I need this. There we are. This one can stay, because this one's got like the little steps in it. Yep. Ugh. Lovely. So, yeah, that's a load more resources, a load of stuff to repurpose and take somewhere else. But I don't... like I said, I don't really know where I want to take things at the moment, because I don't feel it's worth putting a lot of time and effort into something at the moment. So what I may do, I'm going to cut this episode short. Not by much, but I'm cutting it short. And I think I might kind of just put the series on hold for a little bit. Just until Update 3 actually lands, because what else am I going to be doing? I'm going to be doing more of this, just kind of mooching around, not really getting anything done. So I'm expecting we might see Update 3 in early access within the next week or two. And who knows, it could even be out before this episode goes up. There's no way of telling, really. So we'll see what happens, and I'll be back soon. But yeah, I'll wrap this episode up here and just say thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, check out the playlists on the channel for more Let's Plays on metal covers, and give this video a like or a comment just to leave your thoughts. And if you wish to join the ever-growing ranks of the Order of the Shield, subscribe on YouTube, chuck me a follow over on Twitch, or maybe even consider checking out my Patreon and becoming an officer within the ranks. But thank you again for watching this video, and I will catch you all very, very soon. This is Captain Meatshield, signing off. Actual hell. Get the fuck out. I blew up a tank with my ball.